Welcome, dear students. Today we'll continue the remaining part of Wordsworth poem Michael, a pastoral poem, and then move ahead to explore more of his beautiful poetry. Let's dive into the verses and unfold emotions, thoughts, and messages hidden in his lines. So let's begin. So, his days has not been passed in singleness. सो इस लाइन का मतलब है दैट माइकल वॉज नॉट अ बैचलर हिज लाइफ हैज़ नॉट बीन पास्ड इन सिंगलनेस इट मीन्स he was not a bachelor all his life. He had a wife and family life. His helpmate was a comely matron old through younger than himself full 20 years. So his wife, his helpmate, it means his wife was a pleasant and respectable older woman. Commonly matron का मतलब है respectful and pleasant woman. Though she was still 20 years younger than Michael. वो जो उसकी वाइफ थी वो उससे ऑलमोस्ट 20 years younger थी. So it indicates her maturity and the age difference between them, right? She was a woman of stirring life whose heart was in her house. So she was very active, बहुत ही एक्टिव लेडी थी वो, and fully devoted to her household. ये लाइन ना whose heart was in her house, it means she was fully devoted to her household. The center of her world was her home and family. Two wheels she had of antique form, this large for spinning wool, that small for flax. So ये लाइन से यहाँ पता चलता है that she owned two spinning wheels, the large one for spinning wool and the smaller one for flax, that is actually used to make linen. So these antique wheels are also reflect rustic and traditional lifestyle of a family, right? And if one wheel had rest, it was because the other was at work. मतलब अगर एक व्हील जो रेस्ट कर रहा है इसका मतलब ये कि जो दूसरे व्हील पर उसकी वाइफ काम कर रही है, क्योंकि वो एक टाइम पर एक ही व्हील पर काम कर पाएगी ना. So it means that his Michael's wife was always occupied. If one wheel wasn't being used, the other one surely was. So this line praises her constant industry and dedication, right? The pair had but one inmate in their house, an only child who had been born to them when Michael, telling over his years, began to deem that he was old, in Shepherd's phrase, with one foot in the grave, this only son. तो यहाँ इससे पता चलता है ये लाइन से कि Michael and his wife, they had only one child, a son. One only child था उनको, एक son था, who was actually born late in life, जो उनको बहुत ही telling over his years. The child was born very late in their life when Michael was already aging, right? वो तब पैदा हुआ जब माइकल खुद एज में मतलब एजिंग हो रहा था, वो उसकी एज बढ़ रही थी. तो ये जो फ्रेज है ना यहाँ पे विद वन फुट इन ग्रेव, दिस इज एक्चुअली अ कॉमन expression among shepherds. It means Michael had reached old age and expected his end was not far. उस समय पर उसको ये बेटा हुआ उसका, ठीक है. This only son with two brave sheep dogs tried in many a storm, the man of an inestimable worth, made of all their household. So the family consisted of just Michael, his wife and their son. ठीक है, और उनके सन का नाम है ल्यूक. आगे नाम बताएंगे. सो बेसिकली इनकी फैमिली में 3 ही लोग हैं, माइकल, हिज वाइफ एंड हिज सन एंड देयर सन। एंड उसके अलावा भी इनकी फैमिली में कुछ लोग हैं, लाइक 2 ब्रेव शीप डॉग्स, 2 ब्रेव शीप डॉग्स इनकी फैमिली में, हु हैड प्रोवन देमसेल्स इन मेनी स्टॉर्म्स, जिसको इनको ये ट्राई कर चुके हैं बहुत ही मुश्किलों में, वो बहुत ही फेथफुल डॉग्स एक्चुअली। द वन डॉग in particular is described as being priceless, the one of an inestimable worth. It means the one dog in is described, the one dog is priceless. So this line emphasizes its loyalty and dependability, right? And made all their house, वो बहुत काम करता है घर के। तो जो 2 ब्रेव शीप डॉग्स हैं उसमें से एक जो है वो बहुत ही प्राइसलेस है इनके लिए, उनके लिए बहुत ज़्यादा लॉयल है ये। I may truly say that they were as proverb in the whale from endless industry. So their family is their family was very hard working. They were so hard working actually and diligent. Diligent का मतलब ही वही होता है, they are hard working, that people in the valley used them as proverb बेसिकली एग्जाम्पल के तौर पर हम बोलते हैं, जैसे ईडियम फ्रेजेस हम बोलते हैं ना, इस तरह से ये प्रोवर्ब भी ऐसे ही होता है। तो जो इनकी फैमिली का एग्जाम्पल दिया जाता है वैली में, इनकी फैमिली इतनी हार्ड वर्किंग है कि इनकी मिसाल दी जाती है, इनका एग्जाम्पल दिया जाता है ऑफ टायरलेस लेबर एंड डेडिकेशन। ऐसा कहा जाता है कि अरे माइकल की फैमिली को देखो, वो कितनी डेडिकेटेड है, वो कितनी हार्ड वर्किंग लोग हैं। when day was gone and from their occupations out of doors the son and father were come home, even then their labor did not cease. So these lines is the reference where we can see that even after returning home from a long day from a long day of outdoor work, both father and son, it means Michael and his son, continued working indoors. पहले बाहर के काम किए, थक हार के घर आए, अब घर के काम किए, ठीक है। सो इट शोज़ हाउ कॉन्स्टेंट देयर वर्क एथिक वॉज, मतलब कितने मेहनती लोग हैं। पहले बाहर के काम कर रहे थे फादर सन, जब घर आए उसके बाद भी इनका काम ख़त्म नहीं हुआ, देयर लेबर डिड नॉट सीज, इसका मतलब अभी भी काम ख़त्म नहीं हुआ, अब इनको घर के काम करने हैं। अनलेस व्हेन ऑल टर्न टू द क्लीनली सपर बोर्ड एंड देयर each with a mess of pottage and skimmed milk, set down the basket piled with autumn cakes and their plain homemade cheese. So they posed only for a modest dinner. वो थक के आते हैं, घर के काम करते हैं, बस तभी थोड़ा सा पॉज लेते हैं, थोड़ा एक शॉर्ट ब्रेक लेते हैं जब उन्हें अपना डिनर करना होता है, अपना सपर लेना होता है। तो देर और उनके सपर में, उनके डिनर में, उनके मॉडेस्ट डिनर में होता क्या क्या है। सो देयर मील कंसिस्ट ऑफ pottage is a very simple stew, skimmed milk, it's not very rich or luxurious, autumn cakes, it's a typical of the countryside, this recipes, so autumn cakes and homemade cheese. सो ये 3 से 1 2 3 4 चीज़ें होती हैं इनके डिनर में। एंड दिस शो केसेस देयर सिंप्लिसिटी, द इंग्रेडिएंट्स द मेन्यू ऑफ देयर मॉडेस्ट डिनर showcase their simplicity and contentment with the humble food. Yet when the meal was ended, Luke, for so the son was named, ये नाम है माइकल के बेटे का, ल्यूक। So yet when the meal was ended, Luke and his old father both betook themselves to such convenient work as mighty employ their hands by the fireside. So after dinner, instead of resting, Luke and Michael, they both would sit by the fireplace and continue doing light and useful work, perhaps to card wool for the housewife's spindle or repair some injury done to sickle, flail, and sick, or the other implement of household or field. So they might help to prepare wool for spinning, for carding, and for fixed damaged tools. So they sickle, it means for cutting grain, मतलब they fix the damaged tools, and the damaged tools are सिक्केल आपको पता ही होगा, ये ग्रेन्स को, ग्रास को कट करने के लिए यूज़ होता है. फ्लेल जो होता है वो थ्रेशिंग, जो हम ग्रेन को हम थ्रेश करते हैं उसमें काम आता है. और ये भी एक टूल होता है फॉर मोइंग. सो दिस रिफ्लेक्ट देयर कोऑपरेटिव फैमिली स्पिरिट एंड कंटिन्यूस प्रोडक्टिविटी. तो जब ये खाना खाकर डिनर करके फायर साइड पर बैठ जाते हैं तो वहाँ पर ये लोग वूल प्रिपेयर करते हैं, स्पिनिंग करते हैं और कुछ टूल्स को भी प्रिपेयर करते हैं. सो this stanza reflects that actually these lines are very important because they build a portrait of simple, self-sufficient, hard-working rural family. Wordsworth idealizes domestic life, especially the dignity of labor, deep family bonds, and connection with nature. So this pastoral simplicity is central to Wordsworth's romantic philosophy, where fulfillment lies in nature, family, and honest work rather than wealth or fame. Right? Now the next lines are: down from the ceiling by the chimney's edge, that in our ancient uncouth country style, with huge and black projection over broad, large space beneath. So these line begins that there's a description actually which begins with the fireplace area in the cottage, designed in an old rustic style with a large blackened uh, overhanging mantle called a projection. This is actually in old rustic style with a large blackened overhanging mantle that just out over the earth, the fireplace area, right? And it's quite old fashioned and bulky, typical of rural cottages of time, right? As duly as the light of day grew dim, the housewife hung a lamp. So each evening, जब 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 रात होती है, जब जब शाम होती है, so each evening as the daylight fades, the wife, why the housewife, Michael's wife, Michael's helpmate, would hang an old lamp in the hearth. This was a daily ritual, almost like a sacred domestic tradition, right? As aged utensil which had performed service beyond all others of its kind. So the lamp was very old. जो लैम्प है ये बहुत ही पुराना है बट रिलायबल है. It has been in use for many years, making it a silent witness of their life. It had served the household better than any other object. Earlier at evening, did it burn, and late, surviving comrade of uncounted hours. So the lamp burnt long hours. मतलब हर शाम को ये जलता है लेट तक, हर शाम को चलता है लेट तक. मतलब द लैम्प बर्न लॉन्ग आवर्स फ्रॉम early evening late into the night. It is personified here, the surviving comrade, right? So surviving comrade refers to a companion that had stayed through countless evenings and shared in their journey, right? Which going by from year to year had found and left the couple neither gay perhaps nor cheerful, yet with objects and with hopes, living a life of eager industry. So these lines suggest that Michael and his wife were not joyful in the conventional sense. So the couple neither gay, perhaps gay मतलब होता है happy. So ये जो couple है यानी कि Michael and his wife, they were not joyful, right? So Michael and his wife were not joyful in the conventional sense, yet the objects, they lived a life of they lived a life full of purpose and hard works. Still, with they have hopes, their satisfaction came from honest labor and modest hopes, not luxury and or celebration, right? And now when Luke has reached his 18th year, अब ल्यूक जो कपल है ये माइकल और उसकी वाइफ, इनकी तो इतनी ज़्यादा कोई लग्जूरियस लाइफ है नहीं, कोई सेलिब्रेशन है नहीं, ये इतना भी कोई अच्छे से नहीं रह रहे हैं, जॉयफुल तो नहीं है लोग, बट सेटिस्फेक्शन है इनको विद देयर हार्ड वर्क एंड द पर्पस. लेकिन जो इनका ये बेटा है ल्यूक, ही हैड रीच इज 18th ईयर, अब ये यंग हो गया है, इसके तो लेकिन होंगी ना होप्स वगैरह सब होगा. देयर बाय द लाइट ऑफ हिज ओल्ड लैम्प दे सेट father and son while far into the night. So their son Luke turned 18. He and Michael, father and son, would often sit together. ये शाम को बैठते हैं एक साथ under the glow of the lamp. So there by the light of this old lamp they sat. इसका मतलब है they sat. They sit का second form sat. So basically they often sit together under the glow of this very lamp, perhaps sharing their conversations and working on small repairs. So it suggests their closeness and quiet tradition. While far into the night, the housewife piled her own peculiar work. So जो wife है, माइकल की जो wife है, she continued doing her usual nightly task such as spinning, जिसका peculiar work है actually, जैसे spinning है, mending है. So she does her usual nightly task even late into the night. So this is a sign of her unending dedication to the household, right? Making the cottage through the silence hours. So ours murmurs with the sound of summer's fly. The light was famous in his neighborhood, right? So basically, this is a brilliant poetic image. The soft hum of the wife spinning wheel and other domestic tasks created a background sound. जो साइलेंट आवर्स में जो उसकी ये आवाज़ है, मर्मरिंग की जो आवाज़ है, स्पिनिंग की जो आवाज़ है, वो as with the sound of summer flies. So this is very beautiful poetic image. The soft voice of humming of the wife spinning wheel or other domestic tasks created a background sound in the otherwise quiet cottage, like the hum of the summer flies on in the evening. It gives a sense of peace, routine and calm. So the light was famous in its neighborhood and was the public symbol of the life that thrifty pair had lived. So basically the lamps nightly glow, जो लैम्प की जो लाइट है बेसिकली वो काफ़ी, वो एक लाइट नहीं है, वो ग्लो है, नाइटली ग्लो है, एंड दैट वॉज विजिबल फ्रॉम अफार एंड बिकेम वेल नोन इन द वैली. मतलब पड़ोसी भी उसको समझते हैं उसको, मतलब वो जो लाइट है लैम्प की वो बड़ी फेमस है कि अब जो घर की जो लेडी है वो अपने बचे हुए काम कर रही है रात में. So it's very well known in the valley. It symbolizes the diligent, consistent, and uh, consistent and honest life of the couple they had led. तो ये जो लाइट है, लैम्प की लाइट जो है, वो इनके डिलीजेंटनेस को, इनके हार्ड वर्क को, इनकी कंसिस्टेंट को और इनकी ऑनेस्ट लाइफ को जो ये कपल्स ने लिए, जो ये बिता रहे हैं, उसको ये रिप्रेजेंट करता है. एंड दिस इज़ वेरी रिस्पेक्टफुल and admired by their community, right? For as it chanced, their cottage on a plot of rising ground stood single with large prospect north and south. So their cottage on a plot of rising ground, so their cottage stood alone on a slight elevation which gave it a clear view or a prospect in multiple directions, north, south, सब जगह से. So it is actually adding to its visibility, right? High on Easdale to the Dunmill race, and westward to the village near the lake. So from their cottage, anyone could see the Easdale. इनके कॉटेज से ईजडेल दिखती है और डनमिल रेस दिखता है. ये भी लेक डिस्ट्रिक्ट के एक्चुअल प्लेसेस हैं ये दो. ठीक है, तो ये भी लेक डिस्ट्रिक्ट के एक्चुअल प्लेस है. एंड इवन इन द विलेज by the lake, indicating the scenic beauty and openness of the environment. And from this constant light, so regular and so far seen, the house itself by all who dwelt within the limits of this vale, both old and young, was named the Evening Star. So because the lamp burned so faithfully and predictably, then it became a beacon in the valley, and their cottage itself came to be affectionately known as the Evening Star. So, this shows how admired and noticed their humble home was due to their routine, their discipline, and warmth. So, the lamp becomes a symbol of domestic warmth, stability, and perseverance. This poem romanticizes the quiet dignity of rural life, especially that of a working class family sustained by love, duty, and tradition. So, Wordsworth also emphasizes how even the modest lives can shine brightly like a star within a community, right? So, I think we should pause here to absorb the beauty and depth of the lines we have explored from this poem. So, through the tender images of the cottage, the lamp, and the life of the shepherd's family, we have glimpsed the poet's deep reverence for simplicity, duty, and the silent strength of ordinary lives. So, to keep the classroom from beginning too long or overwhelming, we will continue with the remaining lines in our next session. There's still so much to reflect upon and appreciate in this heartfelt narrative. So, until then, stay connected to poetry and let the light of these words continue to inspire quiet strength and gentle thought. See you in the next class where we will move deeper into the touching tale of Michael and his family. Thank you. Good night.